Previously on Survivor Canberra versus the World. Jay arrived at the Swamp of Sadness and had plenty of time alone to reflect on his elimination.
One thing that does heal sadness is time, and I think that the more time I spend here, I'll gather my thoughts, I'll come back strong, and I can't wait for this duel.
At the Currawong tribe, conversation quickly turned to figure out what went wrong with the vote and who flipped on the revote.
I flipped my vote on the revote to Aiden because I was fine with getting him out, and I thought that that's the way my allies were voting, but someone else flipped too.
At the Ginninderra tribe, the battle lines had yet to be drawn, and after they won the first immunity challenge, Canberra patriotism was running rampant.
And there's a reason why we're yellow. It's because the sun always shines over the darkness.
Meanwhile, Sabrina discovered that her quest for an advantage would take place at her next tribal council. At the immunity challenge, the Ginninderra tribe started strong with good strategy and teamwork. However, it all fell apart on the marble maze with a lack of communication. The Currawong tribe, however, blitzed through the marble maze to win immunity, sending Ginninderra to tribal council for the first time. Back at camp, the group split into pairs to encourage strategic conversation. Lauren and Ed tossed up whether to vote out Oscar or Amy, while Amy and Andrew put their target on Lauren.
Plan for this vote is to survive, but I think I'm going to go in there voting for Loz at this stage.
At tribal council, Sabrina failed miserably at her quest to win an advantage. Seeing the writing on the wall, Andrew turned on Amy, who was voted out unanimously for being a big social threat. 14 players remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
Obviously, it doesn't feel great to be voted out, particularly because it's, the first one. And to be honest, it was a little bit of a shock, but it wasn't a little bit of a shock. We split off into pairs. I was paired with Andrew, and that kind of led me to believe that he was voting for either Loz or Todd, which, it kind of lined up with what I was thinking.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Jay?
Yeah, Jay. Welcome to the Swamp of Sadness.
Thanks.
How are you?
Look, I've seen better.
Yep.
All I can think, I'm good at puzzles. I feel like we won the first challenge because I was good at puzzles. We came from behind. But I'm always also not obviously the physically the fittest. Just looking at me, obviously. So I'm thinking that was my downfall. At least it wasn't a shock at the vote. Mm-hmm. But all I can think is that they voted me out because obviously I'm not the fittest, if you know what I mean.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I'm really good at puzzles, which is kind of what got us the first challenge. So.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah.
So,
you guys did that really quickly.
Yeah.
First puzzle.
So, yeah.
It's interesting how she is here with me. I feel like she was one of the people that was doing the puzzles that in the first challenge that actually they did quite quickly. But
then when I got back to the group, it happened twice because once I kind of went to the bathroom and once came back to the chat. Both times one of the girls was like, "Hey, how you going?" in the group, and I was like, "That's a bit odd. I feel like they're talking about me."
Yep. So I'm about to go into a duel with Amy, who got voted off at the most recent tribal, and I'm feeling good about it. I'm hoping that it's going to be a physical challenge because I know that Amy was one of the people on the other tribe to actually do the puzzle.
To be honest, it's going to be really hard to go back to a group that quite obviously didn't want me there. So maybe, I will be out for a revenge. Look, we'll have to see. Maybe, I'm not as Canberran as I like to think. Maybe I am part of the world.
Come on in.
All right, Jay, Amy, we're going to refer to you as nomads. You don't have a home at the moment, but you are still in this game. Jay, how did it feel being the first person voted out of your tribe after a messy tribal council?
Yeah, look, I was a bit shocked that I was the first person to be voted out. I think it was even more dramatic that it was not only one tie, but two ties. And then the tribe had to make, I suppose, that decision just to move me off. But look, I've had a lot of reflection in the Swamp of Sadness, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna pull myself back into the game, and yeah, I'm just ready to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that you're looking at the positive side of things. This is your chance to get back into the game and get revenge on those people who voted you out. So we are going to get to your duel. The winner obviously will continue on in the game, and the loser of the duel will be out of the game for good.
In this first ever Survivor Canberra duel, the Nomads will need to land 3 bowlers onto the ladder. Once they've successfully completed the ladder toss, they will move on to a puzzle where they must order numbered tiles. The first Nomad to successfully order all the tiles from 1 to 100 will win the duel and move on at the Swamp of Sadness. The loser will be out of the game for good.
Survivors ready? Go! Okay. Amy's thrown the first throw there. Oh, Jay's got a bit of a different tactic.
There will be a learning curve to this, just
Absolutely.
how far they go.
Oh, that was very close. Oh, Jay's gone 2 at a time. Interesting. Bit of an overthrow there by Amy. Keep going, guys. This is the first duel. Survivor Canberra Season 3. Jay and Amy. Just keep your foot behind that line there, Amy. That's it.
Jay's going with the strategy of throwing a couple at once. Not sure if it's paying off yet though.
Yeah, we'll see. Well done. Amy's got the first rung. Going for her second, not quite. Jay's having a bit of trouble. Wow, Jay's going for all 3. Okay, see if this works.
Risky strategy.
And
Doesn't
it
get anyone.
did not pay off. Jay yet to get one on the rung. Still persisting with his double balls. What do we call those contraptions?
Well, I
Balls
would
on
just call
string?
it balls on string.
Balls on string?
Low-hanging balls, you know how it is.
Yeah, it seems to be a theme.
One's a little bit more droopy.
Oh, Amy's got her second balls on string. Wow,
Oh.
Jay's finally paid off there. Wow, and
Amy,
Amy's
start working on your puzzle.
Start working on your puzzle. She has all her balls on strings on the rungs. Jay, still 1 to go. He is coming back. Oh, that was very close.
Not out of it yet, Jay.
Definitely not out of it. This is a very tight duel.
Time is everything though.
Keep it up, Jay. You are still in this, Jay.
Oh.
Keep it up.
Just off for Jay.
Amy progressing with her puzzle. She's got an interesting strategy there. She's just placing things randomly on her board. Jay's still going, trying to get that final one on. There.
Oh, it's on and off.
Just missed. Keep it up, Jay.
Bad luck, Jay. Keep fighting.
Keep going, Amy. Amy pulling ahead at the moment. Oh, and
Someone
he's got it
starts
on.
working on your puzzle.
Fantastic. Keep working on your puzzle. Amy really, really pulling ahead here. But Jay making good progress. He's done well so far.
Jay's going to have to dig deep here.
He
It's a
will.
Survivor cliche, but very appropriate at the moment.
This is the duel. This is your chance to get back into the game. Amy's got a lot of numbers on the board now. Are they in order? Amy's, yeah, they've got very different tactics here. Amy seems to have everything on the board, though she is pulling away a bit, but Jay is making good headway. Keep pushing. If you want a spot back in the game, got to win this duel. Amy continues to push ahead, but Jay's making good progress. I reckon all the numbers would start blurring into one.
I mean, they would for me. I already wear glasses. I don't need that.
Amy's got about 5 or 6 pieces left.
Assuming they're all correct, Liv.
That's exactly right. We will have to check it. Jay's still pressing ahead there. Amy almost there. Oh, she's got a few more pieces in her bag. Didn't empty the bag out. Maybe that was a strategy. I don't know.
Possibly. Less chance of losing them if they're in the bag, I suppose.
True. Amy's got a couple more pieces left. Jay still has a fair few there to get on. But he's slowly chipping away. And Amy's got her last piece now to place in. Looks like she's checking.
She's going to check herself to make sure she can correct those mistakes before she gets a check from us.
Jay's still pressing ahead there. Okay, everybody stop.
Check on Amy.
Amy, you have won the duel. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, Amy. Jay, unfortunately, this does end your time in the game.
Look, I'm a bit disappointed to sort of have exited the game so early on. I think going to the Swamp of Sadness, as I was saying, did give me time to reflect, but I also think that I needed to really like step up and win that challenge, which was essentially the opportunity to get back into the game. And unfortunately, I didn't come out ahead. It was a really fun challenge though.
Well, Jay, thank you so much for playing, and maybe we'll rename the Swamp of Sadness the Swamp of Reflection in your honor.
Yeah.
So Jay, this ends your time in the game. You can head on out. Thank you. Amy, for you, heading back to the Swamp of Sadness, we'll see you for your next duel. You can also head on out. Congratulations.
Thanks, Amy.
I won't be able to deal with it anymore.
That was so brutal.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, that vote was brutal. I didn't expect it to be as sad and as low of a moment as that. I knew it would be a bit of a bummer, but that was rough. Like, we all really liked Amy. We all really liked the team and the group that we've got.
No one actually told me it was Amy. I got told on the way there.
Really?
Why was it Amy?
I think because we were thinking, who's the weakest link that we could kind of get rid of right now? Like, Amy's awesome. She was handy in the puzzles and stuff like that. She was good in the puzzles, wasn't she? Yeah, that's what I was saying too. But in the end, I think it was just one of those things where everyone was doing it.
Okay.
And it was one of those things where, we'll just do it with the majority then, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm glad you did too.
So I think Cheryl Crow says it best when she said the first cut is the deepest. And I think the first vote is always a difficult vote. I'm thankful it's not me. I actually didn't want to vote Amy.
It was like a united front still. We're all together still.
Am I in danger in the future?
I don't think your name's come on once. I haven't heard your name at all.
Because I'm very stressed.
Everyone is now.
Yeah.
After you see something like that, that was a bummer, mate. That was so sad. I haven't heard your name once.
Okay. I think I'm in potentially a difficult position because I paired off with Amy when we decided to have this Pairpalooza, and obviously she was on Loz. I also was on Loz.
Well, who do you think, if we have to go to again?
Who drove Amy's name? Out of curiosity, do we know who drove it?
Well, I heard from Lauren that she was driving for Oscar, right? And then
Lauren wanted Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar. And then I was like, yeah, I can see that.
Sure.
We met together, and then I was hearing from Pauline, because we mentioned Amy's name as well when we were talking. But then we met up with Pauline, Todd, and they had already met together.
Yeah.
And they had their little discussion. They came back with Amy.
Okay.
And because that was our second name, and Oscar was part of that conversation, we were like, yeah, let's go with Amy then. I'm sorry Amy got voted out first. It's such a shame. She really was awesome. And we'll miss her, I think, because she was quite handy with the puzzles and stuff like that in our challenges. So we'll have to see how we handle the next one without her. You're a bit of a leader within this group.
No. But let me tell you this, people like you are always front and centre and head us, because they say, when we get to emerge, the big, strong guys, they'll win everything. That's why I think we need to hold together.
Yeah, keep that alliance
Because
strong.
Lauren is also a very strong woman.
Dude, she's gonna be a weapon later on.
But I'm not scared of strong people. You know, I think we should hold strong.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Todd has been like the rock of the group, I feel like. He'd be ashamed to lose, but if he stays around, he's going to be a real threat.
I think Todd's good to have. He's a bit of a lead, but further down the track, he's going to be terrifying as well. He's physical and he's got a head on his shoulders too, right?
And this is the thing.
I feel really good about my relationship with Ed. We've bonded over both being teachers. I feel he's someone that I can trust in the game, but I also feel that he's someone that I can get to vote with me, with him not necessarily having the most Survivor knowledge.
If there's some type of puzzle or word challenge or something like that, I think she'd be strong at that.
Yeah, she's very clever. She wasn't a weak player. That's not why we weren't having her.
Tribal Council went perfectly to plan. It was unanimous vote on Amy. That means everyone's feeling pretty comfortable in their position in the game. I'm feeling comfortable with my position.
It was, I think, like it was mentioned, I don't even know by who, but a couple of times about her social game might potentially be a threat. And so if there's no weakness in challenges, then what's next?
Absolutely.
Social part of the game.
The whole having to say what in the world 5 times didn't really pan out as well as I'd hoped it would. I just don't know where I would have fit in all the rest anyway, so I got it out twice when I was speaking, but that's all I could muster.
And as long as you're fine with that, like, that's fine, because you said you want to keep him around. But,
Well, I mean,
like,
I
as
think-
long as you know that
Yeah.
that's what he's been doing from minute one.
Tribal Council went the way I was hoping it was going to go, and Amy got voted out. However, it confirmed what I already knew, which was that certain people are gunning for me already.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know why when we went off in our pairing, she told me Lauren.
Yeah,
Yeah. Who was your pairing with?
it was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who was your pairing with?
Oscar. If I had my pick, I'd probably have Andrew go out next. I think he's sowing a wave of discontent and throwing names out, and he started throwing out names really early, like before our first challenge even.
Yeah, she mentioned to me, I don't know. I think she was freaked out by you knowing Survivor.
Yeah.
I was like,
This is the
drat.
Yeah, you're
wearing
a Survivor shirt.
it's not like I can hide it.
no.
No.
I don't.
No, it may get as an asset, but it makes people like get worried about it.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I think it's more of a target than it is
Yeah.
Absolutely.
anything that helps me, and I can't. It's all I've got, so
Absolutely.
like I can't pretend that. Oh, I don't know anything about Survivor. I'm just wearing my.
So now it's going to be a case of, you know, working on those relationships I built so far, to make sure that when my name gets brought up again, which it will, you know, they've got my back.
I think from her perspective, though, when you're having the first vote, no one really failed in any of our two challenges, right?
No.
So I think she was going off that as maybe an instinct.
Yeah, it's just something to
It's
go
so
with.
hard.
something to go off. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm not shocked.
No.
I think it would be weird if my name wasn't thrown around, but
Look, I know that Andrew threw my name into the mix, and I know that because people have told me. So I guess it's frustrating, you know. He's expendable. He can go.
Personally, I think maybe Oscar might be worth voting for. I don't know how you three feel about it. I think, like, again, it's nothing personal about him.
He's a lovely guy.
He's awesome. He's so great. But I just think, in terms of the loss for the team, I can't say it's a major loss for us as a massive, like as a whole.
Obviously, if there had not been a unanimous vote, the line would have been clearer. It's hard to know where those lines are until you see the votes go the way they do, and a unanimous vote doesn't achieve that.
I don't know, maybe he'd be likely to join other alliances and study in the back or something like that. Everything I'm saying right now is just going on vibe. So I've got actually no idea if that's what he's like. No idea. All right? I don't know anything about you, Oscar.
What, we got nothing else?
Hello, tribe. Before your next challenge, you have a decision to make. You must pick one person in your tribe that is the most patriotic, the one member that displays the most tribe spirit. How you make your decision is up to you. You will announce the decision to Dan and Liv before the next challenge.
When we opened Tree Mail, the message was that we needed to identify the most patriotic person on our tribe, and we needed to nominate them before the next immunity challenge.
I don't feel there's risk attached to it.
I'm happy to do it. I'm loud.
You are.
Yeah.
When we were talking about team spirit, you were the name.
Yeah.
Like, you were, like, that popped into my head.
I guess I've got spirit. How about you?
When we had to identify the most patriotic person, it was fairly obvious, I think, to all members of our tribe that that person was Ed. He's super enthusiastic and passionate about the Canberra tribe.
Or
Do you think it might be like a calling card?
It could
where
be.
Whoever's most outspoken, biggest voice, telling us
Because it said
what to do.
outspoken or loudest, right?
Yeah.
So it could be a swap.
I think Ed's most likely role at the immunity challenge could be some kind of leader in the challenge, possibly in a caller type role. Ed's got a big booming voice as well, so he'd be pretty good at that.
I think if that's considered, I think your voice is much.
Yeah.
It's much more distinct
Yeah,
as
sure.
well.
I'm happy to do it. That's
PA
fine.
teacher.
I've been thinking about this bloody initial the tree mail we just received. Fine, whatever, that's fine. Ed can do it, I think, was our decision that we had. But I keep thinking about this initial tree mail that said the C. Why would you use SEAC?
I've heard Wicked was great, actually.
I think something that's just come to me is on top of our flag there is actually what looks like a pendant hanging off it with a little a globe. And what does the bloody globe have? A lot of sea.
Moulin Rouge was pretty awesome.
So, I'm sorry to the prop lady if I've ruined a prop. But where do you bloody put this damn thing? Do I look like I have a coin of quarters, or am I just excited to see you? Look, I may have just ruined a prop, and if so, I apologise. But it lines up with the thinking of that first tree mail. I think a lot of people initially thought it might be a stream. That's fine, but it's not a sea. But there is a sea on that bloody little idol-looking thing. I mean, it's round, it's got rope, so I think that could be an idol. Better remember this now. Let me just sit here for a little bit and think about the game and make it look like I'm giving an interview when really I'm just wondering whether I've got something. But if I can't come and recover this, it will at least not be in someone else's hands. So we'll find out, I guess. Okay. Let me remember this.
Yeah, I got no talent at all.
No, I'm the same. I love like theatre and musical theatre, but like zero talent myself.
There'll be unears for us, probably.
100%.
Yeah.
I know big mouth over here.
I'm about to walk back and not actually vote someone else.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved.
We won. Very exciting. I was a runner, which is not my strength, to be honest, but I was out there running away. And the team did really well. Great communication. Maddie did awesome.
Thank goodness that we won that challenge, because I feel like that would have been like a real pit for us to all kind of fall in. Didn't want to go to tribal council again.
I got the advantage. Oh, yeah. And what is it? It is. We can. It can't be stolen from me. Okay. John's coming. Yeah. We can send someone to the other side. Oh. Okay. I'll let you have a look at it. Okay.
Oh gosh, this is really good.
So I have an advantage, and I was able to share it like briefly with Bethany. I just said I've got the advantage and we're able to send someone to the other tribe. But then John came up, so I wasn't able to show it to her or explain it in great detail because I want to sit down and have a chat with someone about it.
I think that was a real booster for all of us.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah, it does
Like-
make such a difference.
To have to come and go straight back into tribal would have been just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
can I just have a second?
Talking to each other again and
Yeah.
not wanting to vote anybody out.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you don't want to vote anyone out. Like,
No.
ideally, you want to keep moving forward with numbers.
So no, that was a good win,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
It was good to win that second challenge because you were all a little bit deflated after the first one. We didn't want to vote anybody out, and so now we can come back to tribal and we can actually sit around and have a chat and work out about each other. So the other tribe can go to council this time.
We can just keep winning. That would be
ideal.
Ideal.
Obviously.
So now we've got a bit of time because obviously the others are going to.
Yeah, well, that's going to take
They're going
a good amount of time.
They're going to do their own scrambling.
Yeah.
And go to tribal council.
Yeah. Swamp of Sadness is a bit of a bummer. They're going to come back wet and smelly. Who knows what they've been doing down there.
Oh well, and now maybe the yellow won't be so confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also now, like, they know that they're going up against someone. Like, they're voting someone out to go up against someone. It might change their perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, if they were thinking of maybe voting out someone weaker, they might not.
I like this group of 4 with Bethany, Maddie and Eden and I. So I think I'll try and use this advantage to try and build trust and work out a strategy. Because then we're just getting rid of more numbers. But it's only if we wanted to get a majority.
If there's a tribe swap or something and you're stuck, you could use it to get a majority.
Yeah.
If the numbers were tied.
Yeah. Right.
Or you could use it to save yourself.
So do you feel confident? Like, I feel good about us.
Yeah.
And Maddie, hopefully.
Yeah.
So like,
I like this 4.
If you feel confident about the 4 of us, then maybe save it until there's a swap.
Yeah.
And then
a swap is a good idea. In my real life, I am as honest. Like, I try not to even white lie. I try and tell the truth all the time. I try and be transparent all the time. But here, I'm happy to just scheme as much as I can.
So if we go back to tribal, maybe it's good to coordinate it now.
Yeah.
Do we just finish the job on Aiden?
Well, the thing is, we have to think about who's going to the challenge thing as well.
Yeah.
I think any of them would be good. Aiden and John have quite a strong bond. Like, from what I've seen, they don't seem to separate from one another. And that's obviously not great to have a pair already.
I would caution against telling John and Squiz if we do Aiden.
I feel like John and Aiden are quite close.
I think they view themselves as a 3.
Right.
Oh, right.
I think I have a working relationship with every single person, and I would say that I am the swing vote on the tribe. I think that I've got a core alliance with Bethany, Abs, and Maddie. I thought Jay was voting for me.
So did
because
Jay?
that's what they had told me.
So did I.
Yeah.
So what I wonder is where the J vote, so where my name came from, because one of those 4 has to have said it then.
Yeah, that's...
Then Aiden, Squint, and John have that kind of bond with me all together from us voting together on the first vote. So I think I'm squarely in the middle. So I think I'm quite loyal to everyone here because I have that working relationship with everyone. There we go. Thank you.
For you originally, because in the discussion she goes, I don't want it to go to Rocks, so, and I was like, well, that obviously tells me that you obviously voted for Aiden before if you're going to flip.
Maddie's coming back.
My gut still tells me not to trust Beth. There's something, Bethany, there's just something there that is not sitting right with me.
Well, we can't trust Bethany at all.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't really speak to them that much. We had one talk, but then there was because Bethany and Maddie went to the loo for a long time. And then the rest of us were like, Jay. And then that's probably where that name came.
At the moment, I feel like I trust probably John and Aiden the most. There's other people in our tribe who talk a lot but don't actually say anything. That's just how I am, as a person. Even in my job, I have to be very good at assessing people and watching their behaviours and what they say and what it means and stuff. And I am worried that Bethany and the other side of the tribe, Bethany, Ed and Maddie, I feel like
they're starting an alliance or they're in an alliance and pretending not to be. So that makes me feel pretty vulnerable, actually.
Down, I was just having a chat.
I want to go back just so it doesn't.
Yeah. Was I meant to come down?
There's probably a couple I need to keep an eye out for. I think I've got a close alliance with a couple there, but I'm a bit worried about Anthea and maybe Bethany.
I was so relieved we won. Yeah, it was such a good win.
I think we're all relieved because we got thrown into it pretty quickly.
You must pick one person in your tribe that is the most patriotic, the one member that displays the most tribe spirit. So we just got tree mail and had to elect someone to be the most patriotic. Announce a decision before the challenge.
You all can vote. John, me, anyone.
Collectively, everyone jumped on Maddie, and I was like, oh, maybe let's not do Maddie, let's do John, because I don't want Maddie to potentially be separated from me.
I feel like you believe this.
I believe.
Do you want to do it first of all? Does anyone particularly want to jump in and do it?
We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So it's just one person, not
one person.
I'm not surprised because I did come up with our team war cry. But yeah, I thought John could have done a good job as well. Anyone could have done a good job, but I feel like, yeah, it'll be good for me to go and kind of prove myself to the team.
What do you reckon?
Happy to do it? I'm happy to do it. Okay. It's what you guys want.
Well, when they said tribe spirit, I was like, thinking, tribe spirit.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Damn my cacaw.
I mean, you came up with the whole thing.
So our cry is cacaw, cacaw, and we all lift our legs together. It's quite funny.
That could be like our signal though, if we have to go into another thing. Like if I could call you, I'm flipping.
If you
on
lift
them.
your leg up.
Yeah.
If you lift your leg up off the ground.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe just one
Yeah, just one cacaw. Maddie being chosen as most patriotic was something I saw coming. I wouldn't have minded if it was John, just because John I have a bit more trust with, but I wasn't going to stand in the way of Maddie.
Okay, let me throw a scenario at you.
If I'm gone, I love you all.
What?
Oh no.
What if? Okay,
Yeah.
you're saying your tribe was strong and you're going to pick us, and we're all on board with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know how much I trust Maddie, because she did write my name down the first time. She does seem to be very, very much in everyone's ear, and it's hard to trust a person like that.
Pick the people that, if you have to pick one of them, pick who you think might be on the outs or on the bottom, more likely to
And then
do
we
it.
can get them out.
Work on them. Maybe.
Or
You could. That's one strategy, or you could pick whoever you think is
the strongest, like Ed.
I'm not someone who tends to fit into social groups very well, so it's not an uncommon feeling being, I guess, on the outs to an extent. Having people like John and Squin hopefully in my corner is a good thing, because usually I'm able to find a close group of friends, but sort of to the wider, I guess, group in the setting, I can be a bit distant, and I can struggle to connect with those people. So this isn't, I guess, an unfamiliar feeling for me, just based on some life experience that I've had. Actually, nice relaxing there like that.
Yeah, it takes the pressure off a little bit, doesn't it?
If we happen to swap and I find better allies on the other side, I'm not going to hesitate to jump ship, because as much as I want to forgive and forget, you really can't. And if I have to flip on them to save myself, then that's what I'm going to do.
Come on in. Okay. Welcome, Currawong Tribe. You're getting your first look at the new Ginninderra tribe. Amy voted out of the tribe at the last tribal council.
Now, you did get some interesting tree mail that asked you to pick the most patriotic member of your tribes. So we're going to get your most patriotic members from each tribe to come and stand next to us here. Who got chosen?
Hello.
Hello, Maddie and Ed. Now, you actually have a task to do. You have to pick the least patriotic member of your tribe from your own tribe. So we'll give you maybe a minute to think about it, and then we'll get your decisions.
That's rough.
Alright, honestly, you're all patriotic, so I'm just going to pick someone. Oscar, I'm going to pick you.
Alright, Oscar, and we'll get Maddie's decision as well.
Same here. We all have our little chant that we're proud of, but I'm gonna go abs just because you're quiet.
All right, Maddie and Ed, you can head on back to your tribes, and then we'll get Oscar and Anthony up to come and stand next to us, please. All right, so we're going to get you to reach into a bag. Oscar, you're going to reach into Liv's bag and see what comes out of that bag. Put your hand in, see what comes out.
Sorry, Oscar, just give me 2 seconds there.
So this is a tribe swap. You're swapping tribes, which means Anthea, if you reach into...
You're right.
If you reach into my bag, you are going to the Ginninderra tribe. You can drop your buff, and you can put your new one on. All right. Now, actually, we're not stopping there. The only people that don't need to drop their buffs are Maddie and Ed. Everyone else, drop your buff. We're doing some more swapping.
I feel better that it's not just one of us now.
All right, you can go to your new tribes, Anthea and Oscar. All right, so tribes, one by one, you're going to come up and you're going to choose a cup. And that will decide what your fate is and which tribe you'll be heading to. So John, you can do the honors, choose a cup and see where you'll be going.
Oh, he's gone.
John,
Okay, John has swapped.
John heading to the Ginninderra tribe. All right, let's go with Todd next. Todd, staying on the Ginninderra tribe. All right, let's go with Eden next. All right, Eden, swapping tribes. Eden heading to the Ginninderra tribe.
Joining John.
All right, Sab also changing tribes.
Lots of swapping happening.
All right, Aiden, you're up next. All right, Aiden, not swapping.
Stays on
Aiden's
Currawong.
Staying on the Currawong tribe. Thanks, Aiden. All right, Loz, you're up. Let's get it. Deciding your fate. Loz, staying on the Ginninderra.
Picks Ginninderra. Last green.
All right, Bethany heading to the Ginninderra tribe. Pauline heading to the Currawong tribe. Currawong tribe was looking a little bit small there. Thank you. And we've got Squin up next. Choices. Squin staying on the Currawong tribe. Back at home. All right, we've got Andrew next.
What does it sound like?
Sounds like a buff.
Oh, that was...
I was going to say, I was like, I think that's...
Someone didn't put their empty cup away, but that's all right. Well, you must be heading to the Currawong tribe. All right, well, let's take stock, shall we? We've got 4 former Ginninderra on the Currawong tribe now and 3 former Currawong. So that means on the Ginninderra tribe, we've got 4 former Currawong and 3 former Ginninderra playing immunity challenge now. So maybe Squin, can you bring the immunity idol back since you had it last time? Thank you, Squin. All right, immunity back up for grabs. So let's get to your next challenge, shall we? Now this is a Survivor favourite. This is an eating challenge. This is Taco Tuesday.
In this challenge that we've dubbed Taco Tuesday, the swapped tribes must nominate a player to step up to a one-on-one showdown with a player from the opposing tribe. Both players will select 1 covered plate each to reveal 2 foods. Both foods will then go on their respective tortillas. The first player to finish their loaded tortilla and show Dan and Liv an empty mouth will score a point for their tribe. The first tribe to 4 points will win immunity and send the losing team to Tribal Council.
All right, so who's going up first from the Currawong tribe?
I'll go.
All right, Sab up first for the Currawong tribe. And who's going up? Ed's going up for Ginninderra Tribe. So Ed and Sab, you can stand up behind the table. All right, so we've got some oysters there. All right, Ed, what would you like to choose from the yellow? All right, I've got some chocolate flakes. All right, we'll give you time to load up your taco. So we need 2 chocolate bars on each. Yep. So survivors ready?
Yep.
Go.
Well, they're really tasting it there.
Yeah.
Really having a good go at those tacos.
Chicken taco. Chicken taco.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make you believe, make yourself believe that there's something else in that taco rather than oysters and chocolate bars.
I think a bit of dry mouth is starting to settle in.
Really good, Sab. Really good.
Lots of encouragement here
Yeah.
in the Currawong tribe.
Which tribe needs to win more? Which tribe is in the minority from their former tribe? Who got swap screwed?
Come on, Ed, you can do it.
You got this, it's okay.
It's okay, Sab. It's all right. Hang in there. Hang in there.
So proud.
All right, and I know this is not nice to hear, but if you do vomit, then you do forfeit the challenge, obviously, or food does go on the ground that you can't recover.
Nice.
Ed's got the last piece in his mouth, but he needs to get it down.
Still has to swallow it.
And show an empty mouth with his tongue out.
Nearly there. There you go.
Oh, you're doing good.
All right, 1 point for the Ginninderra tribe. Ed wins. You can leave that. Yeah, you don't need to eat the rest of it. So that is luncheon meat.
Oh yeah, I can eat that.
So luncheon meat for Pauline.
Now we're gonna have it.
From Bethany, you choose one. Is jelly cups.
Perfect.
Yep, lovely. On my go, survivors ready? Go.
You got this.
All right, Pauline versus Bethany. They've done a tribe swap on their own. Pauline was from the former Ginninderra, Bethany from the former Currawong. Bethany really getting down to
Really
it.
getting it down.
Doesn't look delicious, but it's probably not the worst one on the table.
No, absolutely not.
Really equal. Pauline shows a big amount in her mouth. She's got a bit in her hand though. Make sure you get all of that.
Power, Pauline. Yeah, go.
Wow, Pauline's done very well there.
Alright, Pauline just needs to show us an empty mouth with the tongue out to win the point. And, oh, yep, no, there's a little bit more there. You gotta be mean. You're all good. For Currawong. Alright, 1 point Currawong, 1 point Ginninderra. 2 former Currawong members. Maddie, you're up first. Pick a blue plate. Alright.
Oh no.
These are duck eggs. Preserved duck eggs. John, you're up next.
Just an egg, just an egg.
Chocolate bars again.
Okay, alright.
So chocolate bars and preserved duck eggs. Survivors ready? Go.
Go, Maddie.
All right. Maddie versus John. Preserved duck egg and chocolate bars. What a combination.
John is really concentrating there.
The look on Maddie's face
Looking good,
says it
Maddie.
all at the moment.
John might be
John's
thinking of
shivering,
something
I can
else.
see it.
John weak at the knees. All right. Maddie not happy at the moment. Struggling to get that down.
John taking a live birth.
Just a reminder, if some does come out in a form of vomit, then you do forfeit the challenge.
Slow down
Forfeit
if
the
you need
point.
to, Maddie. Slow down if you need to. Take your time, Maddie. Close your eyes if you need to. Plenty of time, John.
You can do it, Maddie. You're doing good, Maddie. You're doing really well. Yeah, really well. Good work, Maddie. You're okay. You can do it. Over halfway now, Maddie.
Maddie doing really well, persevering,
Maddie.
showing lots of resilience. John just ahead. Maddie needs to keep fighting though. Don't give up. It's not over till it's over. John could vomit any moment.
You can do this, Maddie. Really great effort. Really great.
Maddie really fighting hard here.
So well. Really good. Really good. Maddie, still going.
Still going. Not over yet, Maddie.
Come on, Maddie.
Hard to get that last part down.
Good job, Maddie. Way to keep fighting.
Quite dry.
We never give up. That's it, Maddie. Spirit.
Alright, point for Ginninderra. John wins.
Nice job, Maddie. Right, Maddie.
All right, sardines and pineapple. Aiden versus Loz. Very juicy, this one. Might make it a little bit easy to get down because there's a little bit of moisture in the side. All right, it's actually neck and neck at the moment. Both players doing really well.
Very close one.
You are doing so well, Aiden.
Very close. Aiden needs to win this to claw back a point for his tribe, get it back on even Stevens. Aiden's gonna have to catch up a little bit here.
Got to get it down though, Dan.
Gotta get it down. Aiden's catching up. We're really tight here. This is gonna come down to the wire. Aiden shoves it all in his mouth. Loz is gonna have to catch up here.
Keep pushing Loz, neck and neck.
First person solves their challenge. Empty mouth wins the challenge. Wins the point for their tribe. All right, keep going. There's a little bit still there. Yep. Yeah, you, Aiden, you win. Point for
That was neck and neck.
Neck and neck. Yeah. All right. 2 points Tarawong, 2 points Ginninderra. We're
all tied up.
All right, we've got herbal jelly. Delightful. Yum, yum, yum. All right. Oh, double jelly, herbal jelly, and jelly cups.
That is luck if I've ever seen it.
That's a lucky one. Yep. All right, on my go. Survivors ready. Go.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Squin's got a bit of a tactic there.
Squin's using the taco as a bit of a funnel just to drink up the jelly.
Balance your jellies out.
Very interesting. Hard to tell who's in the lead here because both are taking very different strategies. Squin's just got to get out that very dry taco. It might take a little bit longer. You still got very lucky with this one. Very nice combination of jelly.
You're almost there, Squin.
Just the race, the leg race here.
Really good, Squin. Really good.
Hard to enjoy the bread.
You're slowing down. Alright, so hard. That's doing great.
All right, again, it's coming down to those different strategies. That dry taco.
Lots of team encouragement from the new tribes. They want that immunity.
Lots of patriotism going on at the moment. Alright, he's got it all in the mouth. Squin, keep fighting. Get it down.
Come on, Squin. Go, Squin.
Ginninderra, Empty wins. Bad luck. Alright, we've got 3 points Ginninderra, 2 points Tarawong.
So this is potentially to win.
Alright, this is potentially to win. So Todd, you could win the challenge for your tribe here. Alright, survivors ready? Go. Todd trying to do it for his tribe here. Oscar trying to keep his tribe in the game. Looking evenly matched so far. Oscar with a bit more urgency maybe, trying to keep his tribe in this challenge.
Come on, Oscar.
Oysters and marshmallows, what an interesting combination. It's very tight here. This could come down to the wire as well. Todd making a push.
You got this, Oscar.
Oscar not enjoying himself here.
Let's go, Oscar.
Oscar, you need to fight. This is to keep your tribe in the challenge. The smell is absolutely awful. Todd's closing in. Have one more bite after this one to get it all in his mouth. Alright, Oscar making a final push, but maybe it's too late. Todd closing in. Alright, Todd Ginninderra wins immunity.
Great work, mate. That's you. You did well, Oscar.
Alright, Ginninderra, congratulations. Immunity is yours. Come get it.
Someone come and grab it.
Cynthia, the hero of the challenge.
Well done.
Congrats. Alright, Ginninderra, after the swap, no one going home, you're safe. Tarawong, I'm sorry to say, but someone will be the third person voted out of Survivor Canberra. We'll see you at Tribal Council. Head on out.
Talk to everyone because they were like confused and then I misread a signal and it was just
Yeah.
Obviously a tough loss at the Immunity Challenge. You know, we all did our best, but we couldn't get it done. I guess on a personal note, it's a good thing for me that I managed to score a point after my first poor challenge performance. In the opening challenge, it's good to show my new tribe that I can contribute and I'm worth something in the challenges.
That egg was bad, man.
Yeah, it was really good.
And out of all the ones, I was like, oh. I was like not looking forward to eating anything. But then I was really concerned about the egg, and that's what I got. Yeah, the inside was pretty rank. It's all right, no better bonding experience than almost gagging in front of all of your new teammates. Nice.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? You guys have upgraded, okay?
Yeah. I mean, it feels really good to have reached the tribe spot. Yeah, I was quite nervous that I'd be the first person voted out, so I'm just really glad that I'm still here. Although it really sucks that we've just lost the immunity challenge and have to go back to tribal.
Had my moment, and then I was like, wait, no, I'm good now, and then yeah.
It's fine. Like, someone had to win, someone had to lose, and it's not a reflection on who we are as people.
Yeah.
No, and we can come back stronger. It's always better when you lose and then come back. And
Yeah. Speaking from experience.
Yes! Sorry, I forgot you.
Todd tapped me on the shoulder between tribes and asked me to get the others in our majority on this tribe from original yellow to throw the challenge.
What did you have again? Luncheon meat?
Yeah.
Like
Devon?
Like, yeah, it was kind of like blended up.
Oh.
It was okay. It felt fine.
And I said, he probably didn't hear, but I said to him, I don't think I'm going to win this anyway. Like, I didn't actually throw, I mean, I'll probably tell him I threw that, but I did not throw that. I just could not get that down.
Yeah, weirdly, you'd think this wouldn't appeal to me right now, but this looks really appealing.
I would really openly go and eat just a plain tortilla, but why not?
Now that I've met the other three, I seem to get along, like just initial conversations, we seem to get along well, I think.
What was the, was it like super distinct sides? Like what was...
Do you know who
did you vote for Jay?
I flipped. I flipped because I wanted Jay, but I wasn't sure about my alliance.
We will probably end up being, or potentially could end up being with these people for longer than I was with my original tribe. So I sort of worry about that when I get to merge.
Jay had created this whole thing that Eden's name had been thrown about, so we believed it. But his name, yeah, it was a bit tricky.
Damn.
It was hard.
You didn't want to go to Rocks.
Pardon?
I'm guessing you didn't want to go to
No,
Rocks.
that's why I flipped in the second.
Did your alliance care that you flipped, or were they?
No, because they were happy either way. Yeah.
The swap's the big news. On the surface, it's not good. It's not good news. We're down 4-3. I do have Squint, who I trust, and we've also got Maddie, who I think will have to trust me, most likely, because it's just the way things are. Are there any initial thoughts on your end about anything?
Yeah, I'm at the same boat as you. Don't know what to say or how to approach it. At this point in time, I'm going to stick loyal with my original Currawong tribes, especially now where we're in the minority of our new tribe. So I'm going to stay loyal to Maddie and to Aiden at the moment.
The thing is, we're the minority now, so what do we do?
Yeah, I'm fucking scared, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're A, the minority, and B, I had 2 jellies. Who fucks up eating 2 jellies?
No, we need to stick together. You, me, and
and Aiden.
But who can we swing?
So if I had to vote anyone out at the moment, it would only be Sab. And the only reason is I don't really know her that well, and I feel like I have a bit more of a connection with, oh gosh, I've forgotten her name, so that shows really good connection. Pauline.
But who can we swing? And I think we can swing Sab.
Yeah?
Oh, I thought Oscar. Yeah, I thought Oscar too first. I was thinking I wanted to vote Sab off. Only because I don't really know. I feel like I connected with Pauline a little bit more, she's a bit more chatty.
But I will think I can perhaps try and get one of the boys on my side. I think I might have to start floating that idea out there with the Ginninderra tribe members.
Because I think what we need to do is put aside the old lines, you know? Because this is the game we're playing now.
Yeah,
we're not playing. It's
like we were doing before.
Yeah, you don't go with your current partner and talk about your ex all the time, do you? You know what I mean?
And I mean, if you do, it's a bit of a red flag.
It's a bit of a red
flag. Yeah.
So I think,
In Survivor, you need to consider all options at every point in time. And there could be a scenario where it does make sense for me to work with the old Currawongs and potentially get rid of Sab.
Can we reconfigure this game? We turn a minority into a majority.
Would you be willing to vote any of your team members?
I was just saying to Squint, we need to think about this game right now, not what happened an hour ago, right?
100% I'm in danger. I'm the minority. Like, there's 3 of us, and I have been quite outspoken.
So I think we need to think about, make valid points about how do we avoid going to tribe?
And I know that I can count on Aiden going south.
You need to also understand it's a very big decision.
From your end.
I'm worried. The only thing about our majority of 4, because it looks easy as a 4 versus 3, but I think Andrew's pretty crafty, and I think he'd picked up that he was kind of on the bottom of our tribe.
I'll be the first one to say, I ain't lifting weights.
Yeah.
The only thing I lift is a bucket of KFC. And that's Korean fried chicken, not the Colonel.
Yeah, gotcha. He's obviously been a target.
He's been targeted.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be strong.
Bring
We
him in.
won't want to go back with the other.
And did he admit to everyone the same story that him and Jay were the split?
Yes. Yeah.
Twice,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
So
they're all admitted.
it's like you're a dead man walking. Why would you work with them, right?
Yeah.
So Yellow's in the majority, the Canberra tribe here, which is great. Andrew's a bit of a wild card, so we'll see.
I'd go.
I think I'd go Maddie.
This is a big factor.
Is Maddie's podcast?
No.
Or Swim.
Swim. My problem with the podcast is the podcast is a good talker. So, coming back, I had a little brief chat with Squin or Jacinta, and I think, my concern with her is she's a podcaster. A podcaster should be able to talk. They must have strong communication, so I don't want that in this game. You don't have a podcast if you're not a good talker.
Okay,
right?
I don't care. Like, you guys
Okay,
decide
Maddie.
amongst yourself.
Okay, Maddie. What do you think?
I'm more than happy with whoever.
Do we tell him, Squin? Because then if they think,
I think Maddie presents the biggest risks. She's a very social person, very bubbly. She could get her hooks into this game if we allow her to continue on.
Tell them Aiden, the girls.
Yeah.
And tell them something.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the vote is...
And I suppose they're still a minority, so they can't,
Yeah.
No.
And so it's a fail-safe that none of us can go if they play it.
Exactly.
She was listed as the most patriotic person in her tribe. So that could have big risks later down the track if she survives throughout this game.
Okay.
Awesome.
Get onto everyone and work with one of them.
Yeah.
We're definitely in the majority, so we have 4 original Gin and Dairy. I am a little bit concerned about Andy. So he was the wild card in our tribe.
Sab's probably the person I spoke to the least through.
Same.
So that would be okay with me. It
Do you
just
reckon we
depends.
try and get at least 2 of them so that would be no...
Two would be more comfortable because it's better to flip together than alone.
Yeah.
If I feel that Andrew was going to flip, I think I would flip with him.
Well, actually, I think we've got to think differently because we've got to think who are they going to be most willing to let go because someone has to come and vote with us, and that's a big sacrifice for them.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So,
And we've got limited time.
why do you think Oscar exactly?
I know, it just seems like a friendly kind of personality as well as like...
If I did flip, I think I would choose Sab. I don't think a majority of 4 to 3 is as stable as it looks. I don't think it's stable at all. I think a flip is very possible right now.
We just chatted then and we are more than happy to work with you. Are you happy to flip on the girls?
That's the way things are going.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
We were thinking Squint.
I think unfortunately it's going to have to be a vote of self-preservation first and foremost, and if I'm lucky enough to be able to make a move to keep my old Black Tribe members safe, then that's what I'll do. The only other thing, and this is what Maddie told me, she seemed to think you were possibly someone who might want to flip. Now I don't really know why, she didn't give a good reason, she just said you're a friendly guy.
Yeah.
The name that the 3 of us, we had a quick chat, we said Sav.
Yeah.
So to keep myself safe, I am lucky enough in the sense that I did get a lot of votes at that first tribal council. So by telling the old yellow members what happened, they probably can get the impression that I was on the outs, that I was in danger, and that I might be a good person to pick up. So I'm going to lean into that perception as much as possible. and hopefully that'll be enough to keep me safe, even if they like the other two more.
It was more, we had kind of thought, like, because you'd cop the votes, we'd kind of thought that maybe, like, we would just, like, this vote bring you in.
And then what would happen next is, I guess, is the only concern. I'm still in the 5, making you 5.
Yeah, and then just, like, are you sus on Maddie having an idol at all?
I'd be more sus on her than Squin. But I can't say for sure. I haven't seen anything too suspicious, but I'd say if anyone of the two of them are going to have it, it will be her.
Okay, cool.
I feel like it's a little bit fractured with Aiden because of what happened at the vote. I haven't had a lot to do with Squin.
We just chatted, like, that Squin was the name.
Yeah.
You're sort of set on that?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah. What about Andrew and Sav doing the same, I'm guessing?
Yeah, Sav's cool with it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, so that seems to be the way. It looks like I'm on board, so
awesome.
I'm not confident that the Ginninderra tribe will stay Ginninderra strong now after the tribe swap. That being said, Currawong seems to be a much more fractured tribe than Ginninderra, so hopefully that continues and maybe one of them throws one of the other's names out.
It makes absolutely no sense to deviate away. Let me put it this way. It's like running through a dynamite factory with a burning match. You may survive, but it's a bloody stupid idea. Ciao, ciao.
Come on in.
We've all been here before now.
Okay.
All right, so new Currawong tribe. We've just had a swap, and the elephant in the room is that there's 4 former Ginninderra members and there's 3 former Currawong members. So, Squin, how is that factoring into this vote? Do you feel like you're in the minority and that's how it's going to go?
Yeah, I definitely, especially after we lost the challenge, I personally didn't feel like I performed very at my best at that challenge. I was pretty guilty that I lost, to be honest, and I'll wear it. But yeah, I really felt as soon as that challenge was over, I felt we were in danger. I was in danger as well because being in the minority of being one of 3 original Currawong against 4 Ginninderra, yeah, I felt pretty panicked, to be honest.
So Oscar, it's kind of like we've gone back to what you were doing a few hours ago, meeting people again. What was it like going back to your camp? Like, how did everybody interact? Was it awkward? Were people pairing off? What happened?
I think it was less awkward this time. I think everyone's definitely ready to play at this point and not shying away from just pulling aside people for a chat, which is good. So I think, we're all much more switched on than we were at our first tribal.
Yeah, fantastic.
So Aiden, do you think if people are ready to play now, someone might be ready to make a move? And what do you say to those people to try and get them to make a move and maybe flip them to your side?
Well, you've always got to explore every opportunity you have. So you just have a lot of conversation with people and try and understand their intentions and I guess what they're hoping to get out of the votes. And if you can find a way to come to some common ground, then do it.
Yeah, okay. And Andrew, is this a simple vote for you? Do you think you'll be abiding by tribal lines?
Look, I think in Survivor, nothing is ever a simple affair, right? And I mean, yes, you say look at the numbers, but what if there's idols or advantages that can disrupt anything, right? So you can't think linearly. Okay, I stopped that one. Yeah, you can't think in a linear fashion, is my message. And I think you always have to be wary about everything.
So Maddie, you're maybe in a minority here. How are you maybe weaving yourself potentially out of that, or what's your strategy?
Look, I think you have to be open to talking to everyone and just see what the thoughts and ideas are. And you've just got to make the decision that's best for your game. And sometimes that can be a really hard decision, but it's hard because I've only just met these 4 people, and essentially they could vote any of us Currawong originals out, really. So it's been trying to strategize with them and see if anyone's willing to be part of us, but whether they are or not is the real question.
Yeah, I suppose, Sab, Andrew was just saying that don't think in a linear way. Does that mean that potentially some of you might not be... I mean, to me, the obvious is a linear way would be the four of you vote together. So does that mean that you maybe divert from that, or...?
Can't speak for Andrew, but I think what he was trying to say with not thinking linearly, that's a hard word, is we have to maybe try to countermeasure certain advantages. If we are to vote in four, one of us could get picked off from an advantage being played. But yeah, that who's to say we are voting together anyway. We don't know until we go, right, someone's name down in the fight.
Can I just say to add to what Sab said is, one thing I think a few of us discussed is, you're with your current partner, you don't talk about your ex-partner, right? You need to enjoy the moment you're in now with the people, you're enjoying the moment with now. And I personally enjoy going to the casino, and sometimes you get one hand, you get another hand, you just got to play the hand. So you can't keep thinking about what happened an hour ago.
So Pauline, what's the hand that you're playing at this tribal council? If you are acting in the present, how do you decide who you're voting out? What's the hand that you're dealt?
It's really hard to decide who to vote out. We haven't had much time together. These guys all seem great. So yeah, it's just kind of going where you think the numbers are going and really hoping that it's not you. That's how I'm playing this. But as a couple of people have said, this is our current tribe. These are the people that we need to build bonds with and move forward with. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Squin, I just want to finish with you. What would be the reason to keep you around over other people in this tribe?
So I was a pro basketballer once upon a time. Haven't shared that with you guys until now. So I have very strong team concepts in the sense of what's going to be the best to make sure our team stays strong in the long haul. I'm also able to step up as a leader if need be, and which I'm not shy to do, and if the opportunity comes up then I'll do that. But I also feel like I want to try and support my teammates our tribe mates as much as possible to see how far we can go together.
Wonderful. All right, with that, we will get to the vote. Aiden, you're up first.
You are injured at the moment, so I don't know if that's really going to help me in my game. Sorry, Maddie. I hope it's you, not me.
All right, we'll go count the votes. If anyone does have an idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, we'll read the votes. First vote, Sab. Second vote, Sab. Third vote, Maddie. Maddie, we're all tied. Maddie. 3 votes Maddie, 2 votes Sab. The third person voted out as Fiver Canberra versus the World. Maddie, that's enough votes. Alright, Maddie, you aren't out of the game yet. You will have a chance to win your way back through the Swamp of Sadness. But for the moment, the tribe has spoken. Head on out. Alright tribe, you kept it linear at this tribal council, but you can't stay that way forever. Head on out, we'll see you at the next challenge.
has had my back the whole way. You haven't. As much as I do want to work with you in the future, if it comes down to a choice between the two of you, I have to pick Squint, so I'm sorry.